What is good, you guys? We're back with another video, and today, we are here with another free agency vid. We're just breaking down one team today in the New York Knicks, but if you want to see a full breakdown of everything that's happened in free agency, me talking about it, go ahead and watch my second episode of my new podcast film with my friends Eric and Kamzy. So if you want to get a full breakdown from me, link in bio, my podcast from yesterday, full breakdown from everything that's happened in free agency so far, and some live Woj bombs that happened in the middle of recording, so it was really fun time. Anyway, let's get into the video, man. We're talking about the New York Knicks today. The New York Knicks last year were a surprise team, a great story, other things like that, but this year they have expectations, and I think in free agency they've capitalized to make themselves better. Derrick Rose played great in the playoffs, but something we learned is that he just can't play those starter big minutes. You know, he gets tired and he's not his best, so him at a six-man role is great. And what they did today to make sure that he be in the six-man role is buy out Kemba Walker. Now, Kemba Walker doesn't have the highest value right now. He isn't looked at as he was in Charlotte, but I do believe that he will have a bounce back year for sure. Like, people are acting like he's trash now. That's not it, bro. I mean, he's been injured. He's had some bad games, but he is not bad. He is not a bad basketball player. I think he is definitely still a high quality starting point guard in this league, and he'll most definitely show that with the New York Knicks around some guys like Julius Randle, around some really good defenders. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett has the potential to be that Mitchell Robinson protecting the rim. You know what I'm saying? So he has the tools and the people around him to just do what he does, and that score, man, off the pick and roll, threes, mid-range, getting to the basket. He is that guy, bro, and he is about to show it. But another move that they made was the other day. They got Evan Fournier for 4 years, $78 million, and a lot of people were like, whoa. But in my opinion, it's just the market value nowadays. Like, something that King of the Folklore has been saying the last couple of days is that don't look at the number compared to other people. And if you compare that number to other guys around the league, I mean, you got Spencer Dinwiddie, 360, coming off an ACL injury. You got Duncan Robinson, 590, coming off kind of a down season. So 478 for Evan Fournier, a 20-point per game career score, is pretty good, and I think around the value that you would have got anybody else that you wanted. Norman Powell, 590. Gary Trent Jr., 354. It's around that same area. Shout out to Evan Fournier. He had a decent season last year with the Orlando Magic and the Boston Celtics. I think he can bring that same thing to the New York Knicks. I don't think that was their first choice at all. I think Powell was in front of him. Trent was in front of him. Lonzo. But Fournier is more of a catch-and-shoot guy than any of those guys, and he can also put on the floor, as we saw more. Anyways, like I was saying, this East has become very, very competitive, and Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker makes this team more serious. It makes them less of like, oh, they're just a cute playoff team, da-da-da-da. They can do some things. If Julius Randle can stay who he is or maybe take another step, I'm not asking for that, because he took such a huge step last year that him taking another step would just be insane. But if he could, I think this team could be great. If RJ Barrett can be a little bit more, take another step into his third year. You got Mitchell Robinson getting back healthy. Northern Doyle coming off the bench now. Obi Toppin, can he do some things? Emmanuel Quigley, can he be that guy next to Derrick Rose coming off the bench? You know, so they got a complete team, I think. It depends on what Kemba Walker they're getting, but they can be one of those guys in the East. You got the Sixers, you got the Bucks, you got the Nets, and I think you got the Heat, and also the Bulls now. Those are 5 teams that I think are really competitive right now, and also the Hawks with Trae Young. You got the Wizards, you got the Celtics, you got all these teams. So they had to do some things in this free agency, and I think they did that. But it's still going to be really hard. I think the East is going to be way harder than it was last year, this year, especially with how good the Bulls have been doing in free agency, and how good the Heat did in free agency as well. Signing Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, re-signing all their guys basically, and they only let go Kendrick Nunn, I think. That's a great offseason for the Heat. So they have a lot more competition this season than they did last season in the Eastern Conference. They probably ain't getting the same Atlanta Hawks as they did last year. I could see them being like a 5th or 6th seed, depending really on how good Julius Randle is, because he had a bad playoffs. And that's usually what happens. Usually, first time you're in the playoffs, he has a bad playoffs, jitters, all those things. So hopefully, he can get back what he was doing in the regular season, next regular season, and also play good in the playoffs next year. Alright guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this type of content, go and like this type of video if you haven't already. I'm not going to be doing daily content as much as I've been doing these last few months, but most definitely probably every other day I'm going to have a video coming out. Free agency stuff, off-season stuff, just stuff I'm interested in all in basketball. A lot of summer league content coming soon because I'm going to be going to Las Vegas to watch it in person, so that's going to be great. So if you want to see all that, go and sub to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.